macabre things, as giving her blood to give her my soul or make a donation on PayPal. The third being clearly the worst. Donation on PayPal. Okay. But this poor soul just asks for a kiss. She has been alone all this time. If I kiss her, she will have enough strength to escape. No doubt it seems an obvious choice to kiss such a cute girl to save her, but everything sounds too sweet all suddenly, right? I don't remember my luck being this good. Soon, I remember what the cat said. Not wanting it, doubt appears in my mind. Should I kiss her? More choices in this game. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's kiss her, then find out what happens. Yes, I shouldn't doubt. A pure soul needs my help. Plus, winning the favor of a beautiful girl always is a good thing in my book. Okay, I'll kiss you so that we can escape. Is that good? I said, acting with bravery as if a knight of some tale. Thank you. Definitely. You're my knight in silver armor, she said with a radiant smile. Don't say it so openly. You're making me blush. I played. At that same time, I scratched my head, ashamed. My heart beats nervously just from imagining it. My lips will soon touch this adorable girl's lips. How lucky am I? Oh, this is a kiss of death. The girl then lowers her sight with a shy face. Excuse me, but I always say what I think. She then returns her sight to my eyes, seeing me tenderly. Every time I am more surprised of how adorable she is. Nothing like that annoying cat. I take a deep breath in preparation, showing resolve in my eyes. The girl nods and then closes her eyes, preparing her lips to receive mine. She's going to eat us. She's going to eat us. She's going to eat us. She is sweetly blushing. She's going to eat us. I can't believe my fortune. This would be my first kiss, and it's one worthy of a fairy tale. I near my lips to hers. She's going to eat us. She's going to eat us. They are soft, but strangely cold, as if you were kissing an ice flower. But I don't care. The feeling inside of me is warm. Her lips move so gently, inviting me to continue with our kiss. Such a sweet touch, romantic like nothing else. Ow! Yup. However, the sweetness soon dies, being replaced with a stabbing pain, as if someone had stabbed a sword made of ice into my back. Without even thinking, I break the kiss and pull away from her. What did you do? I asked, looking in. What was going on? I feel so cold, as if someone had stolen all the heat from my body. I also feel heavy and weak. I can barely stay. I can barely stay standing. But there was no reason. Before she could talk, suddenly something attracts us with such power that it destroys part of the cabin, opening a large hole that connects to the outside. It's Ashley, isn't it? Can you begin to imagine what it was? It was like seeing a wrecking ball doing its job. I immediately looked for the culprit, finding it was not the girl in the black, but someone else. Curses, too late, as she said, biting her lower lip in anguish. You really are an idiot. Do you know what you've done? She then said, looking at me with burning anger. This time, she is not playing. She was really angry with me. What? Suddenly, said the girl in black with a malicious smile. Is that you? Is it that you can't stand knowing I am stronger than you? She throws a smug look at Ashley. Or maybe you are just jealous that men prefer me over you. But of course, considering how annoying you are, as she bites her lips with anxiety. Curses, I didn't think I would have to use this. But if I do nothing, everything will be lost. After saying that, she sets her eyes on me. I'm sorry for what I'm going to do, but since you didn't listen to me, I have no other choice. Suddenly, Ashley approaches me as fast as the blink of an eye. I try to move, but I don't have the strength to do it. I don't fucking like this. I can only standing motionless, watching as she plants a kiss on my lips. Oh, don't worry, you won't feel pain, as she said when our lips parted. I do not understand what it means, but as soon as something happens to me, I feel how the, I feel how the little energy felt in me goes extinct. The color of my skin becomes pale, my breathing suddenly stops. I feel very tired, and I barely can see past my nose. With this, we are on equal terms. I hope this is enough energy, Ashley said while looking with resolve in her red eyes at the girl in the black, who at all times maintains a proud smile. That was the last thing I saw before my eyelids closed. Jesus Christ. Being wrapped by an icy darkness. It's okay, I'm just falling asleep. Soon I will wake up in my bed to have another boring and ordinary day. It's okay. It's No, you're dead, dude. Yeah, we're dead. We are totally dead. Okay, 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 okay. Wait, wrong one. Extra, and that one was the last sacrifice. Okay. We got two more to go, guys. We got two more to go. Load. Okay. So come in here. We won't kiss you. Despite how adorable this girl is, there's something about her explanation that doesn't sound right at all. Everything seems to be Everything seems too convenient to be true. It is impossible for luck to so suddenly have improved. While I think about it, she's unexpectedly gets closer to me, and then looks at me with puppy eyes so adorable they could charm anyone. Aren't you going to do it? She asked with innocence. I don't know what to do in this situation. Wait, before we do that, we even haven't properly introduced ourselves, I said, clearly nervous. I can feel my heart beating anxiously as the girl stares at me. She blinks confused and then smiles sweetly. My name is Lillian. She doesn't look angry in the least. The girl definitely has something special. My name is Axel, I said in a robotic voice. However, it doesn't seem to bother her. I show her a nervous smile. I have to say something else to stop her, but nothing comes to my mind. Please don't kiss me, Lillian. Without any hesitation, Lillian gets closer to me. She has no problem in taking the initiative. Her eyes suddenly become naughty. Something in them makes my blood warm. It's a pleasure, Axel. I very much appreciate your help. She brings her lips closer to mine and then places her arms around my neck to prevent my escape. That gesture alone freezes me in place. I watch her slowly approach me closer and closer until I feel her soft lips against mine. At that moment, I felt as if I had been possessed. My desires take control of my body, forcing me to kiss her passionately, as if we were lovers seeing each other after a long time. Close my eyes, I didn't need to see, I only need to feel the warmth and love and taste of her lips. Ow. However, the sweetness soon dies, replaced with the stabbing pain, as if someone had stabbed a sword made of ice into my back. Without even thinking, I break the kiss and pull away from her. What did you do? I asked, looking. Yeah, what's going on? I feel so cold, as if someone has stolen half the heat from my body. I also feel heavy as stone, but there was no answer. Before she could talk, suddenly something attacks us with such power that it destroys part of the. Yeah, there must be another choice here. Can you begin to imagine what it was? It was like seeing a wrecking ball doing its job. The blow was strong enough. She seemed equally surprised at me. I immediately get up and look for the culprit. The answer surprised me. It's Ashley. You really are an idiot. What are you doing? Ashley said, furious. Suddenly she takes my hand with superhuman strength. Oh Jesus. It was vastly superior to what her thin appearance would suggest. She dragged me away from the cabin as if kidnapping me. I couldn't do anything to stop her. Okay. 3:23 a.m. Just a few minutes we got very far away from the cabin. How quickly Ashley can run impresses me. She is definitely not human. She finally lets me free. My hand was red and hurt from how strong her grip was. But fortunately I feel better from the kiss. My body had recovered its heat and energy. Why the heck did you do that? I asked it immediately with anger. Who does this cat think she is who who does this cat think she is to do something like this? I shouldn't be the one asking that, Ashley replied, looking at me in the eyes with contempt. Because of you, she has already recovered most of her powers. She then explained, ending with a face of rejection, diverting her look from my eyes. She was overreacting, maybe. What are you talking about? She only wants to be free from you, I said with annoyance. I simply couldn't believe her. Neither of the two girls in the forest seemed trustworthy. That is misfortune considering how beautiful they are. You really are an idiot. At this point, yes, I'm an idiot. An idiot for choosing multiple endings, Ashley said, looking at me with her red eyes full of contempt. Yes, she wants to be free, to fulfill her revenge. Can't you understand that? The only one that I don't understand here is you. My patience has had ended long ago. I'm not in the mood for a scolding. Stupid human, to be so easily seduced by her. All men are equal. None can think with the right head. As she folds her arms and exclaims with annoyance while looking at me as if I were a spoiled child. Because of your reckless actions, we are in serious trouble. Ashley sighs frustrated. If you only had believed me, this wouldn't be happening. But what are you talking about? She must be freed since she is suffering. I said without hesitation. I cannot forget the sweet words of that girl, Lillian. Suddenly, Ashley gives me a piercing look, sharp as a knife. Why do you, why do believe her story? She is deceiving you, idiot. That's what she wants you to, that's what she wants you to believe. And how do you know that? I asked, being suspicious. I do not like this girl. She really is too bossy and nagging. Oh boy. You idiot. You didn't notice when she was absorbing your vital energy? As she said, tearing down in a second all of my doubt and resistance with the look of anger in her red eyes. Yes, that was what she was doing, absorbing you just like she did in the past with those 5 unfortunate men, she explained while staring at me. The latest victim was 20 years ago. Since that day, I promised that nobody else would get close to her. Hearing that called my attention immediately. And why did you do that? As she looked distraught after speaking of the death of that man, I wonder if she felt guilty for that. If she gets her hands on one more victim, she will fully recover her powers, and once she achieves it, she will begin her revenge for what your ancestors did to her. Worst of all is that with the energy you have given her, she is now able to leave this forest and search for a last victim. Is that the truth? I asked incredibly. I didn't like the sound of it. If it is true, we could be in big trouble. Not only me, but everyone. Ashley bites her lips with anxiety. Yes, what's worse is I have no energy to deal with her. After saying that, She looks at me in anger. Since a certain group of idiots decided to come here for God knows what, I can't respond to that. I only feel guilty. No, I could get rid of you. I could get rid of your friends, but for some reason, I couldn't with you. You have a stronger magical power than normal, Ashley explains, ending with a sigh of frustration. What did you do with my friends? I asked firmly without even hesitating, thinking about that they could be wounded gave me force, but perhaps I was just overreacting. Yeah, perhaps we're just gonna end up dying, fighting, visual noveling, fighting and stuff like that. I don't know. Don't worry, they're safe for now. I only made them leave. I only made them leave from the forest. Ash replied, folding her arms. Then she sighs. But creating the illusions and getting them out left me very weakened. Yeah, well, actually, I do apologize. Is that why you are lying on the? Is that why you were laying on the ground when I found you? I said, recalling that moment she was wounded and unconscious. I couldn't help but feel sorry for her at that time. Yes, but also it didn't help that I had a fight with the innocent princess you saw before. I mean, she looks back at me unpleased, but this time just for a moment. I mean, after saying that, we both remain quiet, allowing silence to surround us. I got my finger ready. I got my finger ready in case something happens. I got that strong finger power. Bang, bang. It's been a while since I last heard the voice calling me. I think that I, I think that I ceased being useful to Lillian, as Ashley said. Suddenly, Ashley snaps her fingers. Oh, yes, Ashley. Scary, crazy cat witch lady. Wait, there's still a chance. She said, full of energy. There's a glimmer of hope in her eyes. Then she sets her sight on me. Oh, please don't kiss me. Hear me well. This is the only way to defeat her. Ashley speaks with her unusual arrogance, but I notice a slight blush in her cheeks. She's gonna kiss me. What is it? I ask, curious to hear her idea. Do you remember what she asked you to do to help her regain power? Ashley asked, blushing more. She then coughs a few times to clear her throat. Yes, she told me to kiss her. Oh boy, I replied without even thinking about it. But shortly after I realized that what I'm saying. Wait, you want me to kiss you too? Ah, I ask uncertainly. I don't know if I should feel lucky or used, to be honest. You idiot! I want to. It's not that I want a kiss from you. As she roared, then she diverts her sight from my eyes, making a snort of rejection. It's just that it's the only way to achieve this. Besides, what she did was not kissing you; it was stealing your life energy. What she did was stealing my vital energy with a kiss. How ironic, I said sarcastically. The memory was still fresh on my lips. If not for the small detail of theft of vital energy, it would have been a great kiss. Ashley at that time seems to shiver. Then she looks at me furious. Oh, please don't piss off the witch lady. It seems that your brain does not understand the complexity of the issue. I do not plan to steal your life energy. My intention is to get energy from your feelings of love. After saying that, she looks away embarrassed. Did I hear right? Something here sounds completely wrong. Wait, what are you trying to say? Oh my god, she loves you, man. Ashley coughs twice to clear her throat. If your feelings for me are full of love, I can regain my energy, she said, unable to look me in the eyes. Her face is as red as an apple. This has to be a joke. But that's impossible. How can I feel love for someone I've just met? Oh, hi. Hi, Ashley. Don't come close to me like that. I wouldn't say this to anyone. Please help me. Insin, significant human, she said with a forced arrogance. Okay. At the same time, she looks at me, saying with her eyes that I should be thankful. The way in which she asked is not very it's not very correct, honestly, but she did her best effort to do so. That can be seen in plain sight. However, should I trust her word? Do I have to? She has been causing me many problems tonight. I was even chased, attacked, and kidnapped by her. Then, should I? Okay. This should hopefully be the last. Well, there's two more. Okay. This choice should hopefully. We'll come back to this choice here. We will believe and help her. I can't ignore her petition. I know that she has not been the kindest girl, but somehow I think she is telling the truth. Okay, I'm going to help you. But tell me, what should I do? I ask at the same time I look at her, red eyes with determination, as she nods a couple of times. She seems pleased with my answer. It's simple, just share your feelings of love towards me. She now responds with more confidence. I can't help but sigh after hearing it. Something here is wrong. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Well, we just met each other. I do feel empathy for you, but it wouldn't be right to call it love. I explain frustration in my face. She asks too much from me, as she then places her hand against her lips, making a pensive gesture. I see. It is a feeling that cannot be achieved in a single day. Of course not, silly cat. Have you not ever been in love? Well, there is one alternative, but I don't want to use it because it would do you harm. I blinked confused after hearing that. Oh boy. What is the alternative? I asked while staring at her face. To suck your vitality as Lillian did. Oh boy. Ashley explains with a very serious look. She then diverts her gaze, feeling disgust at that simple idea. But I'm not going to do it. If I remove the vital energy you have left, you will die. Certainly I do not want to do that. Then if you don't have enough energy to fight, what will you do? This is not looking good. If you don't have those feelings for me, there is not much that can be done, Ashley replied, ending with a sigh of annoyance. Anyway, I will go face her, even if I have to give my life in the fight. She says she says it without so much simplicity that it seems she doesn't care for her own life. Wait, is there really nothing else? Is there really nothing I could do to help you? I interrupted immediately. I could not let her just go like that. Just give her a kiss, you little greedy bastard. Damn. At least I had to do something, however small that may be. Oh, please don't be nude. How could you help me? The look Ashley gave me called me an idiot without saying a word. Well, thank God. There's like 15 times she called us an idiot in this Let's Play. While we are on the same team, I think that some things simply will never change. I stay silent for a moment, looking down while I think on a solution. Ashley stares at me, impatient. I don't feel love towards you, but once I felt it for someone else. I could try to remember those feelings so that you can use them as energy. Ashley thinks deeply for a moment. I guess it's worth a try, she said, not sounding very convinced, but it was certainly better than nothing. After that, the two of us stared at each other's eyes for a moment, for a couple of seconds, without saying a word. Then we suddenly divert our look at the same time, embarrassed. We were acting like kids. Oh. Are you ready? Oh boy. Ashley asked almost lovingly. It's easy to notice that she was taking this seriously. I nod. Yes, whenever you want, we can start. I replied just before closing my eyes and trying with all my heart to receive that image. Suddenly, she holds my hands. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel her presence near. That makes me somewhat nervous, but I have to relax. I exhale, letting my concerns go out with my breath. Her hand, soft, caresses mine to help me relax. Then I start to remember something that happened many years in the past. When I was young, every summer I went to my grandparents' house to visit them. I don't like it because they had nothing fun there, only an old TV and dusty books that I had no interest in reading. However, whenever I went there, I could see her, a girl with brown long hair who always had a cute dress. When I saw her for the first time, I could feel a strange fascination for her fragile and excuse beauty. I don't know. I can't pronounce words. Don't judge me. Leave me alone. I watched her at a distance without knowing what this feeling was. I only knew that something in her called me. It was more than just beautiful. Her beauty was something with many layers, with many facets. I don't know. Her gestures were expressions. Her way of playing, they were all beautiful. Finally, one day I had the courage to ask her to play together. Without even thinking about it, she told me yes. All that afternoon we spent playing until it inevitably began to get dark. She was a simple girl, enjoyed playing as anyone else, but still I could not remove my eyes from her. When the day ended, she said goodbye to me with a radiant smile. I had forgotten it, how beautiful it was, how astonished I was after seeing it. After that day, I never got to see her again. Last thing I knew, her family moved to another country. I do not know if that was a predestined love or just my inexperienced feelings confused with something new. But without a doubt, it was beautiful. I do not want to forget it again, never again. That unexpectedly I feel actually giving me a shy kiss on the lips. It was ephemeral, only lasted enough to feel it, to know that it was real. But at the same time, the shyness gave it a special beauty. It was a sweet kiss. There are no more words to describe it. I opened my eyes, finding Ashley one step away from me, completely blushing, looking away from me. She is silent but doesn't look angry in the least. Her red eyes are gentle, although embarrassed. Are you alright? I ask with kindness while I look at her. My heart is calmed quickly after the kiss. I don't show it, but somehow I feel liberated, lighter. Ashley turns her head to look me in the eyes. Yes, thank you, she said with shyness. However, she then breathes deep and magically recovers her proud attitude. I believe that will be enough to stop her. The plan was a success. I'm really pleased. That's fantastic to hear. As she closes her eyes and nods a couple of times, when she is not scolding me, when she's not scolding, I must confess that she is very cute. Anyway, we can't wait any longer. Every second we talk, Lily must be using it to plan her revenge. We have to go now and stop her. As she explains, acting with complete seriousness. Our little break had ended. Yes, let's go, was my short response, overflowing with determination. There was no more to say. Is that it? 3:40 a.m. The way back to the cabin feels short this time. Before I know it, it was in front of my eyes. Lillian is outside next to the door. She was waiting for us. Brave Knight, I see you finally came, she said with a confident smile. Her attitude is very different from the first time I saw her. Just from looking at her, I'm sure of it. She's not any innocent soul. It's a shame to see you with that woman. Had hopes for you. Axel won't be fooled by you again, Ash replied, talking in my place. I don't need you to talk. At that moment, I see Lily make a grimace of disgust, but soon she recovers her look of confidence. I wanted Axel to be my companion since he kindly came to rescue me. But oh well, it's not important. I already got enough energy from him. With that alone, I have surpassed you. Finally, I'll be able to get rid of you, Ashley, said Lillian, pronouncing her name with a mocking tone while giving us a malicious smile. Her victory was in the palm of her hand. Ashley instantly roars furious. We won't know until you try it. After saying that, she crosses her arms with pride. Once I beat you, nothing shall stop me from completing my revenge. Why do you want to do that? It's been far too long. The people who hurt you are already gone, and not even the memory of the crime committed here exists anymore. It's just a village of innocent people. You're right, but someone has to suffer, responded Lillian without hesitation, not doubting a single moment, leaving me completely cold. After seeing my reaction to her answer, she directed an evil smile right at me as if her words meant nothing. That makes me angry. And what do you win by doing that? I yell at the same time I close my hands into fists. I simply could not accept it. It was too much. I just want them to suffer like I did. If I don't make them suffer, then who will? Who will be the carrier of this hate that every day eats at me from inside like parasites which sicken me and deform me? Lillian pauses. It is unfair that I continue to suffer while they are innocent. Lillian then speaks out. At the same time, she hits her chest, showing how much that meant for her. This is more. This is more than pain. It is proof of my existence. She pauses and exhales, claiming herself. Anyway, enough with the speeches. I will end you and then bring my revenge to the townspeople. And without saying anything more, the battle between the two began. Do I get to see it? It was something that my mind could not comprehend. I want to see it. A show of power and magic that deformed reality itself. I want to see it. Ow, ow. As she repeatedly attacks by firing strange, translucent power as if hot air. Just from seeing it, I know that it has enough strength to knock down a house, but Lillian doesn't even blink. Oh, she calmly moves a hand, creating a barrier that reflects her attacks each time. Increasingly, it was Ashley who was most active. She attacked consistently from many different angles, while Lillian stays still, reflecting her attacks and fighting back, always with a smile on her face. After seeing that after seeing that those attacks will not have effect, Ashley changes strategy. She transforms herself into an imaginary white beast and charges against Lillian. However, Lillian transforms her body, just like her, into an unknown dark being and resists her attack. Ashley begins to regain human form, making a grimace of disgust. Both have wounds after this confrontation, but then, before my eyes, I see how they place their hands on their wounds and heal them magically. Apparently, the two have the same powers. The only thing different was their personalities. There are simply no words to describe it. At least my mind was not able to find them. I only know that during the fight, neither of the two seemed to have an advantage over the other. Everything indicated it was an even match. On several occasions, I beheld bright and colorful lights superhuman abilities, multiplication of bodies, teleportation, healing, transformation, and many other powers that seem to come out of a fairy tale. The combat seems to last forever. Every second, every attack and defiance were loaded with so much tension and emotion that time had simply disappeared for me. The only thing that captured my attention was seeing the two girls fighting in such a fantastic way. Uh-oh. Finally, after an unknown time, both fall. On the ground, bloody, they look into each other's eyes. The blue eyes beheld the red ones, and vice versa. Both then smiled. Ashley proudly, Lillian with irony. It seemed that the two were anticipating that end. You did very well. I didn't expect it, Lillian said with honesty. You doubted me. You doubted of me, stupid girl, Ashley replied with arrogance, even though her lips were stained with blood. Lillian then shows us a smile full of malice. You have always been like that, even a mutual death you consider a victory. You are really an idiot. You should be more selfish. It's strange, but she does not sound angry in the least. You may have been right, but all I wanted was to stop you, replied Ashley, proud of herself. There was not a hint of regret in her words. Okay, I accept my defeat, but at least in these last moments of my life, I want to be in, I want to be in peace with you. Is that okay? Lily responded with a friendly smile. To be honest, I was going to say the same thing. Ashley ends with an ironic smile. I silently watch them both as they talk, feeling a strange fascination mixed with an unmixable feeling of sadness. I just met them this evening, but somehow it pains me to see them, as that somehow I formed a bond with them. It was then that I see them slowly start to disappear. Suddenly the two turn to set their eyes on me, giving me one last smile. Goodbye, noble knight. I confess, I enjoyed kissing you. It wasn't all an act, Lillian said, looking at me with a tenderness that breaks my heart. Oh well. Ashley's silent. Thank you, Ashley. I can't help but feel nostalgia at that moment. I knew that this was going to be our last goodbye. Goodbye, Ashley. Even if I didn't want to admit it, that was her fate. It's alright for it to, is it alright for it to end like this? Don't worry, everything will be fine now. Finally, my reason for existing has been fulfilled. I have no regrets. Then, this is our goodbye. Yes. Suddenly, she recovers her proud attitude. However, this time was different. She was happy, really happy. It was a pleasure to meet you, stupid human, as she said, the arrogance of always, but now, instead of anger, it made me feel like I was about to cry. It was fun to meet you, said the two surprisingly in unison. Those were their last words. I mean, I was expecting they would like merge and make one giant mega, I don't know, mega cat rhinosaurus kind of thing. I don't know. It's really weird. Okay. Maybe they were sisters or something. They then disappeared in the form of particles of light, as if small fireflies were escaping from their bodies with a beautiful but depressing green color. Without thinking, I run towards them. Even if I couldn't do anything, I wanted to touch them one last time. Kinky. But the only thing in my hands were able to reach are the particles of light that slipped out of my fingers as if they were water. Then I see the light rise higher and higher until it disappears in the night sky. I did it. I'm a hero. I'm the one who finally broke the curse. Now, no one else will be trapped by it. But then, why do I have this face that looks as if it wants to cry but has no tears? Why do I feel so terribly bad? Life is more than just victories or defeats. That night I learned it the best the way. 4 a.m. I finally get out of the forest and it was almost morning. Axel, Axel! Suddenly I hear someone call my name. It's a strange voice in the yeah. Hey, over here! I shout without hesitation, with a bit of clumsiness because of my confusion. Soon they found me, impatiently run towards me. Where were you? The worry was killing us. Steven said with a face I don't remember seeing it. Yeah, the answer in itself for the good ones are the same. Before answering, I rubbed my forehead. Couldn't find the forest exit. Alfred was about to say something, but before that I interrupted him. Anyway, doesn't matter. I was just lost. The important thing is that we are all safe. Yes, you are right. I knew that they wouldn't have believed my story if I told them, so I don't bother to do so. And so suddenly, as it happened, the night was left behind, being replaced by boring days, almost identical days, but at least I had achieved our goal. I had a night worthy of remembering. 9 a.m., November 15th. What? This is new. Several days have passed since then. Suddenly I see a cat walk by. Ashley? I ask without even thinking. She turns and looks at me confused, but of course she she could not be who I spoke of. The cat seemed oddly friendly with humans. She observes me with shyness but doesn't growl at me. Without much thought I decide to adopt her, maybe in hopes Ashley would come back to me. Even if that was impossible desire, having this cute cat will make me remember Ashley forever. It might have been just a night, but it was an experience I would never forget. I hold the cat in my hands. She actually looks happy for having a new owner. Seeing her like that makes me smile. Without a doubt, you would be good company. Oh, I got the Ashley ending? Oh, okay. So that was the Ashley ending. We actually get credits on this time. Alright. Well, as far as like going through this game and going like getting like the Ashley ending and and everything else in between, there were so many choices that could get you pretty much either killed or or set you like pretty much got you out of the forest. There were multiple endings, but I'm guessing that the true endings is like siding with either Ashley or Lillian in the end. But wow. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry if this is really long, but this right here by Eternal Night Studio, I think like as far as a visual novel goes, this is a good game for everybody to play. I highly recommend it. It's great. It's wonderful. It's really wonderful. Now comes the part where I gotta go with the Lillian ending, but that will be in the next episode. So thank you all for stopping by. I know this is a little bit longer than usual, so I do apologize. Thank you all. Take care of yourself and each other. I will see y'all next time.